All right, y'all. We are back on Uncle Tyler in the morning. Listen, y'all. Listen, I thought I had a stroke yesterday. I'm gonna keep it 100% real with y'all. Did y'all feel that earthquake? Let me tell you something. I have never felt more fat than I did in that moment. And y'all might be saying, Tyler, what are you talking about? Why would you think you felt fat in the moment of an earthquake? For those of y'all who didn't know, we had an earthquake yesterday in Idaho. I think they said it was like a 6.5. 6.5 earthquake rocks southern Idaho. The crazy thing is we felt it up here in northern Idaho, the north. We out here. I was on the toilet, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I know we keep it a buck here at Uncle Tyler in the morning. I was on the toilet. Everybody got to stay regular during these times of crisis. I'm regular, you know what I'm saying? 4 o'clock, that's a normal thing for me. I'm sitting on the toilet, handling my business, and all of a sudden I start rocking back and forth. And I was like, you fat summer gun, you are having a stroke. And I don't say that lightly. I know people, I got family members who've had strokes. I know people who are dealing with strokes and stuff right now. I apologize, but I don't apologize. I for real thought I was having a stroke. Because my wife always tells me that my belly is getting bigger and bigger. And so and my family has a history of heart issues. And so I was like, yo, Lord, don't take me at 33. Come on. Can I at least get 30, 40 more years? I'm gonna say 50, Jesus, if you're listening. Unless you're ready to take us back right now, like, hey, it's a whole nother thing that we could talk about on here. Because, like, why is all this crazy stuff happening? It's snowing in April. There's a there's a viral pandemic going on right now in the world. And we having earthquakes in North Idaho. You tell me what's going on. I'm gonna keep praying. I'm gonna fill my oil up right now, cause it might be popping off here real quick. But I legitimately thought I was having a stroke. It was like the first time in my life where I was like, yo, bro, you need to get your health under control. Like, what's happening? My guy, like, why are you so dizzy that the door is shaking? Like the door, I remember thinking, like, I was looking down and I was like, yo, are you okay? Do you need, because Ashley was working out in the living room. She was doing her at-home bar workout. And so I was like, fam, what is happening right now? Are you okay? And I remember like thinking, I think we're in an earthquake at the like maybe like 30 seconds in. I was like, first reaction was, you stroking out, my G. You just straight up stroke. Like, I don't even know what a stroke really is or the symptoms of a stroke, but in that moment, I was having a stroke. And so I remember just being like, oh my God, you are going to be paralyzed on one side of your body and this is like all happening within like 5 to 10 seconds. You are going to be paralyzed on one side of your body and they're going to be calling you, stroked out Uncle Tyler, or, you know, just going through all of what does it look like to have a stroke and what are the ramifications from having a stroke long term. All that was going through my mind in like a hot 5 to 10 seconds. Then I looked straight to the left and this is all happening while I'm on the toilet pre-poop. I look over at the door and the door is doing this. It's shaking back and forth. And so I remember, and at that moment, I remember being like, yo, calm down. You're not having a stroke. I think this is an earthquake. And then I remember thinking, I wonder, does Ashley feel this? Because she's out there doing her bar workout and stuff, like straight up like jazzercising. Well, shout to her and shout to all the people who are still putting out workouts on the internet so people can do them from home. Shouts to y'all. I personally do not partake, but now maybe I should, because I thought I was going to stroke out. Maybe I was Jesus saying, you need to get something going because you are chubby, sir. But in the moment, I was like, I think this is my first earthquake, because I never experienced an earthquake at all. And so then I was like, the thing that made me realize that it was probably an earthquake was the door shaking. And so I hit people up on Facebook and was like, yo, did anybody else just feel that? Like, did we just have an earthquake? Literally, I said, did we just have an earthquake? I don't think that's what I said, but you know what I'm saying, whatever. Something like that. And people were like, yeah, I felt it. And in that moment, I was like, I'm not that chubby. Praise God. Because every time I go to get my, like, anytime they take your blood pressure, this is what's called, right? The blood pressure. They put the little cup on you or the sleeve on you and, you know, pump it up or whatever. They're always like, you in good levels, you're good to go. But I don't work out. I feel like it's just for my slave forefathers. We talked about this. Don't be offended. But then I got a belly and I thought I was having a stroke. And so I was like instantly thrown off. But then I was just so glad that it was an earthquake and that I wasn't having a stroke. Cause I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm only 33 and I know I'm out of shape, but I didn't think I was that out of shape. But I don't know, man. Maybe it was just a sign from God to say, if you thinking like that, maybe you have a guilty conscience. So maybe you should go run some laps, sir. I hope everybody's safe from that earthquake. It was a really, really weird situation. It was it was just really weird. I'm gonna just leave it there. It was weird. Let us know how you felt about the earthquake on Instagram at Uncle Tyler in the Morning, or Facebook, or on our YouTube page. This will be on YouTube. Make sure you hit us up on YouTube. Man, crazy times. We'll be right back, right here on Uncle Tyler in the Morning.